Hey, it's Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to test and replace the lid switch on your GE top-load washer. It's a safety device that tells the washer if the lid's open or closed. Some models also have a lock and a lock switch. If the lid switch has failed, the washer will think the lid is open and it won't spin. Before we get started, remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more straightforward and supportive appliance repair tutorials. Let's make those laundry day troubles a thing of the past. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. In this video, we're going to use a 1/4-inch nut driver, small flathead screwdriver, a putty knife, some tape, and a lanyard. The lid switch has a self-test in the field service mode, so we're going to enter the service mode and do the test. Your tech sheet may be different depending upon your model number. We're going to hold the start button while turning the main control knob 7 clicks either way, then release the start button and turn the knob clockwise until the lights on the display match test 13 on the tech sheet. Then hit the start button again. With the lid closed, the rinse light should blink. Then open the lid and the spin light should blink. If you have the lid open and it doesn't change from rinse to spin, the lid switch is bad and you'll have to change it out. Once you're done with the test, you can unplug the washer. Our lid switch looks bad, so we're going to change it out. In order to change out the lid switch, we're going to go around back and use the 1/4-inch nut driver to take out the 2 screws that hold the access panel on. Once you have them out, you can lift up the access panel and slide it to the right to release the tabs. Then you can set it aside. Then pull back on the console to release the tabs that hold it on. Then lift up on the console, rotate it over and set it on top of the washer. Then use a 1/4-inch nut driver to remove the 2 screws that holds the top to the cabinet. Now that we have access to the control board, we can unplug the lid switch wiring harness. Just press on the locking tab and unplug it. Follow the wiring harness back to the cabinet top and unclip the holder that holds it on, and use a small flathead screwdriver to push the other 2 clips through. You just have to press on the longer sided clips and then push them through. Ours is broken on this machine, so we're just gonna push it through. Once you have them off, we can put the console back on. Just rotate it back over, line up the tabs, and push it forward to lock it in. Then use the 1/4-inch nut driver to put in 1 screw to hold it in place. Then we're going to go back around to the front so we can lift the top up. First, we're going to open the lid and use a putty knife to release the 2 locking tabs that hold the top down. They're located about 2 inches or so on each side of the handle opening. Just press in on them with the putty knife to release them, while we grab the lip of the top and pull up on it so they don't lock back down. Lift up on the top so we can reach the switch underneath. You can see there are 2 locking tabs that hold the bezel to the switch. Just bend them so they release the switch. Lower the top back down. There's a locking tab that we have to release so the lid switch will come out. Just press on it with the small flathead screwdriver and slide the switch to release it. The new door switch comes with a new lid strike, so we have to take the old one off in order to get it ready for the new one. To remove the lid strike, we're going to use a Phillips screwdriver and remove the screws that hold it on. Then we're going to close the lid and tape it back down so it doesn't fall when we lift the top up. When you lift the top up, you want to be extra careful because this washer doesn't have hinges on it. You can put a towel across the top and lean it against the wall. We're going to use a lanyard to hold ours. We're going to grab the lid switch and pull it out from these 2 metal holders and off the washer. Here's the old lid switch and strike next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. To put the new lid switch on, we're going to line it up with the opening on the top and slide it over to lock it in place. Then we're going to use a small flathead screwdriver to bend out the metal clips and run the wiring harness along the side. Press the 2 locking clips that hold it into the top. Then feed the wiring harness through the hole in the opening and clip in the last holder. Then we're going to lower the top down, so unhook the lanyard and lower it down. Make sure it locks into the tabs. Remove the tape from the top and lift it up so we can put the bezel back on. There's a little locating pin on one side, so make sure it's lined up before you lock it in. Once you have the bezel snapped in, we can put the new lid strike on. We're just going to line it up on the opening and use the Phillips screwdriver to put in the screws to hold it down. Once you have both screws in, you can close the lid and go around back. Take the 1/4-inch nut driver and remove the screw that's holding the console on and pull back on the console. Rotate it over and set it on top of the machine. Run the wiring harness over to the control board and plug it in. You want to make sure it locks in so you get a good connection. Then use the 1/4" nut driver to put in the screws that hold the top to the cabinet. Then grab the console and put it back on. Make sure you line up the tabs and push forward on it to lock it in. Grab the access panel and put it back on. You want to line up the locking tabs and slide it to the left and use the 1/4" nut driver to put the screws back in that hold it on. Once you have the machine put back together, you can plug it back in and take it for a spin. Great job on replacing the lid switch on your GE top-loaded washer. We hope this guide has helped to fix your washer that wasn't spinning. We'd love to hear how your repair went, so feel free to leave a comment below. If you find you still need a replacement lid switch, you can visit appliancepartspros.com. With your model number, most orders arrive within a few days. Thank you for letting us assist you with your repair, and we look forward to helping you out with your next project.